Hello, dear fans, friends, and subscribers. This is your host Ram on the cricket show, Cricket Happenings, welcoming you all to the show of the ICC Cricket World Cup 2023. Well, and what a start to the ICC Cricket World Cup proceedings at the Narendra Modi Stadium today, where the defending champions, England, were totally annihilated by New Zealand, and England. New Zealand won the match in a canter by 9 wickets, and this is something that nobody even expected, nobody least expected. And well, really have to say that very very sorry to see England being reduced, but what New Zealand showed is that they would be quite a force in this World Cup. And why not? They are the finalists of the World Cup, we all know. But one never fathomed probably New Zealand winning by 9 wickets after England make 282 for 9, and New Zealand clearing it with just losing 1 wicket and a grandstand of 273 runs, record partnership set by the young debutant Ravindra, in the World Cup. Rather, Rachin Ravindra has already made his debut, but in the World Cup it was his debut, and he got a century. And there is a super kid for the future for New Zealand, I reckon. And so that is what it is. So just looking at the match here, the first thing is that it was definitely the toss was vital. And if you look at the toss was won by New Zealand, and New Zealand had absolutely no hesitation in putting England into bat first. Well, it started off in a sort of a real takeoff when the second ball from Trent Bolt was dispatched. Also, let me tell you one thing over here, that both the teams were missing key players. England didn't have Ben Stokes due to injury. Kane Williamson was not there for New Zealand. These are horses for courses, as you call it. And then but New Zealand, on the other hand, were also missing the services of Tim Southee, who normally operates in tandem with Trent Bolt, and they were also missing another key player, the pacer Ferguson, and that's the precise reason Rachin Ravindra got an opportunity, grabbed it with both hands, and went. He just started getting eliciting praise from all the experts there with the way that he played today. It was an absolutely a marvelous exhibition of batting from this young talent from New Zealand, which definitely one can say he has heralded New Zealand's future, no doubt about it, as a youngster. Looking at the England, so as I said, Johnny Barristow started off with a bang. The second ball itself from Trent Bolt was flicked away for a beautiful six, and England started off absolute flyer. David Mallon, but Johnny Bairstow was the one who was scoring all the maximum runs, and everything was going. But what one felt was that the bowling from New Zealand got much better after that initial stage, and Matt Henry started hitting the right areas. The spinners started doing some tricks as well. And England, if you look at the score, they could have probably made. And let us talk about the track as well. This is a very very good track. It's a flat track. There was a lot of runs to be scored. 282 was not a score that England probably. I would have expected England to score 350 runs, but they ended up with 282 for 9. The sheet anchor being none other than Joe Root, and what an innings from Joe Root. 77 he made, and that was made in a very very sort of a very sedate fashion, because the wickets were all tumbling around him. And as I said, England never got a sort of grip on that, as wickets started falling at regular intervals. Mallon gone for 14. Joe Root was the one who held the innings up, and even if you look at his wagon wheel, as far as the boundaries and sixes were concerned, it was all, at least the boundaries were definitely on the behind square only. And Joe Root, now he has really perfected one art of really ramping the ball. So that is something he does it very well. And then Harry Brook briefly flourished with a knock of 25. He really took to the spinner Ravindra, but Ravindra had the last laugh. He picked him up for 25 in the deep when Conway picked it the catch. And other than that, Josh Butler. When it comes to Josh Butler, one can talk about the captaincy from Tom Latham. Tom Latham's captaincy was something which not much been known about Tom Latham's captaincy, but today definitely I have to say there is a credit to New Zealand's captain Tom Latham, who had a nice feel for Josh Butler, and he had probably instructed Matt Henry to bowl a particular line where Butler has this tendency of gliding the ball through the third man region, and here he was sucked in by one stroke of one stroke which was really similar to that, and he was gone for 43. Other than that, Liam Livingston, well, he got only 20. Sam Curran made 14, and after that, the only thing Adil Rashid and Mark Wood has to just survive and take see to it that England actually play out the full 50 overs, which they definitely did. And thanks to that, with Adil Rashid 15 not out and Mark Wood 13 not out, they managed 282 for 9. But full credit to the New Zealand. First is, I would say, it was the captaincy of Tom Latham, then the bowling of Matt Henry, 10 overs, 148 runs. So you got, Tim Southee was not there. Matt Henry got his chance. He has done a wonderful job, I think. It's going to be very difficult for New Zealand, even if Southee is fit. They have to really, really ponder as to what would be their team combination. But it is very good to have such healthy competition now, right at the start of the competition. Trent Bolt, 10 overs, 1 maiden, 1 for 48. Did a good job. Mitchell Santner was extremely, extremely on the line, I would call, as far as his bowling was concerned. With 10 overs, 2 for 37 was the best economical figures from Mitchell Santner. James Neesham, yes, definitely got taken for runs, 7 overs, none for 56. Rachin Ravindra, definitely, I would say, as far as the left arm spinner is concerned, that is something he would definitely learn a lot, playing against all the international opposition. But Rachin Ravindra, I thought I thought that there was still he, as I said, he's a young spinner. He's someone who is learning. So I definitely can really understand that. So we have to wait and see how Rachin Ravindra goes. But his bowling is something that we know that he's a bowler, he's an all-rounder, but little did the cricketing world knew about Rachin Ravindra's talent, which I'll be talking about later. Glenn Phillips did a marvelous job, I thought. And it was good on the part of Tom Latham to bring in Glenn Phillips as well, because he chipped in with some vital wickets. He clean bowled Moeen Ali, then he picked up the most important wicket of Joe Root, who was clean bowled by Phillips, trying to, I think he was trying to basically do a sort of a sweep shot, going for a sweep shot. He was claimed by Glenn Phillips, and definitely we could see that Stokes was missed, no doubt about it. Now let's. So this is what England did. England 282 for 9. But let's look at the New Zealand. Well, New Zealand's start was not good at all. Will Young, the talented opener, was claimed pretty early in the piece. It was Sam Curran who picked up his wicket for not having him a glover ball down the leg side. Butler taking a very good catch, and he was gone for naught. And New Zealand at the time were 10 for 1 with Devon Conway. And New Zealand did a sort of a very, and probably one would have expected when it was 0 for 1, one would have not expected young Rachin Ravindra to walk out and join Devon Conway. But probably New Zealand had something in mind, I reckon, even though Daryl Mitchell, who is one of the form players now and one of a sort of a very, very mainstays for New Zealand, was slotted in. They decided to promote Rachin Ravindra. I was a bit surprised, but what a move that was. They trusted him, and Devon Conway and Rachin Ravindra have someone who have played for their provinces, respective provinces. They bat together for New Zealand, to their in their domestic tournaments in New Zealand. And I thought that was the one which probably they thought that they would have a good understanding. But it was very brave, I thought, of the captain Tom Latham to tell Rachin Ravindra to go one drop. I mean, just imagine you're in the World Cup, you're playing your first ever World Cup, just 23 years of age. Rachin Ravindra walks out to join Devon Conway. There's pressure because an early wicket has gone, and I was just looking at Rachin Ravindra, but absolutely, I mean, he had already shown in the warm-up matches against Pakistan when he made 97 runs, which was quite impressive. And and after that, let me tell you, 10 for 1 was the only reward England could get. And after that, it was an absolutely an accelerating piece of batting. The other side, it was the experienced Devon Conway. I mean, Devon Conway, we all know what a wonderful player. He's a stylish player, and the strokes are just flowing so easily from his blade, and he's such a compact player. And Rachin Ravindra at the other end. So let me talk about Rachin Ravindra. Rachin Ravindra, well, I mean, I didn't see anything that I could say that was a negative point for this young bloke. So that's the reason I said he's the super kid of the future for New Zealand now. And definitely New Zealand looking very strong. I mean, what a start this is. And Rachin Ravindra and Devon Conway totally motored along and took New Zealand to victory by 9 wickets in 36.2 overs, thus setting up a very good net run rate, which probably might come in very handy when, if at all, it comes to the run rate in the final stages. So well done, New Zealand. And Devon Conway's contribution: 152 not out of 121 deliveries, 10 fours and 3 sixes. And Rachin Ravindra became the youngest centurion for New Zealand in a World Cup. Nathan Hassel was 24 years of age, but Rachin Ravindra is 23 years of age, not out 123 of 96 deliveries, which included 11 fours and 5 sixes. And believe, and also be reminded that Rachin Ravindra is just 23 years of age. And what a cricketing future for him. I mean, let's talking about Rachin Ravindra's strokes. Let us look at the bowling before I come to Rachin Ravindra. The bowling of England, such a strong bowling lineup. I mean, look at the way the bowlers suffered. Look at the economy rate. I mean, the lowest economy rate from what I see is only 6.42 from the Offie Moeen Ali. Other than that, Chris Woke, 6 overs, none for 45. Sam Curran, 6 overs, 2 made and 1 for 47. Mark Wood, his pace was really taken to the cleaners. 5 overs, none for 55. Moeen Ali, 9.2 overs, none for 60. Adil Rashid, 7 overs, none for 47. Liam Livingston, 3 overs for 24. I mean, as I said, they were absolutely clobbered. There was no stopping Devon Conway and Rachin Ravindra, and England had absolutely no answers to the New Zealand onslaught. And as I said, it was a flat pitch. England would have definitely rued the fact that they could not capitalize on this pitch, even though Ben Stokes was not there. The other batsmen could have easily capitalized on it. And as I said, England have missed a big opportunity here. But okay, let's talk about Rachin Ravindra. What I saw about Rachin Ravindra, the first thing is his temperament. Great temperament. The second thing that I will say, he faces pace and spin in the with equal measure. There is absolutely no qualms about it. He is very confident with his strokes, and also what one I saw is that the movement he has. I mean, he plays the ball late, gets on to the gets onto the pitch of the ball beautifully, and he has all the time as well. And another thing is that his pull strokes for sixes, he hits Sam Curran for a magnificent six. And for spinners are also not spared. And basically, he had 5 sixes in all. And I mean, I have to say, I mean, his driving was impeccable. Whether it be on the offside, whether it be straight down the, I mean, straight down the pitch, or it should be on. It was on the onside. I mean, everything was right. Is he has a sort of a very watertight defense as well. He plays the spinners well. I mean, he did everything right. There is nothing that you can say that there was a weakness in Rachin Ravindra. So, as I said, Rachin Ravindra is definitely arrived for New Zealand, and what a move by New Zealand to promote this youngster one drop, and he comes up with the goods with an unbeaten 123. His maiden, his parents were there, his father and mother were there. He basically is he's from India. He has his father and mother had their origins in Bangalore, and what a proud moment for their parents there, watching their son in the World Cup, coming here and scoring a maiden ODI ton, and that too in the World Cup against defending champions England. And also a lot of records were broken. And also, let me also talk about Devon Conway. Devon Conway, well, as I said, he was just flowing. I have nothing to talk about him. He was just flowing, no stopping him. He hit one nice slot sweep for a six as well. 152. He becomes the first centurion of the World Cup with 152, 121 balls. And Rachin Ravindra was the second centurion. And what a start for New Zealand! I mean, this is a real start, and this is going to give them immense confidence going. And I think looking at the composition now, I mean, probably a bit early to talk. We'll have to see how all the pitches in India pan out. But definitely looking at this one game, I have a strong feeling New Zealand could be strong contenders, definitely by the look of things, because they have a plethora of talent available, and it will be very very interesting as to how those matches go against New Zealand. It will be very, very interesting to watch. And dear friends, fans and subscribers, as far as this match is concerned, well, it's done and dusted. England have to really, really go back to their drawing board, I reckon, and they probably will be hoping that Ben Stokes is getting fit, because their next game will be on Tuesday, I reckon. And tomorrow's game is Pakistan are taking on Netherlands at the Rajiv Gandhi International Stadium. And definitely I'll be there to talk about that game. I mean, I'm going to be there, as I said, every day to give you a sort of not a report, I would say, just a sort of a match a summary, or whatever you call it, a match skimmer, or whatever you call it. And hope you all like it. Other than that, Rachin Ravindra, very rightly, I thought should have been named man of the match, and he was the man of the match. And as I said, Rachin Ravindra today, this particular game, I can only say one thing: there is a super kit for the future, I would say, super all rounder kit for the future for New Zealand is Rachin Ravindra. Well, dear fans and subscribers, absolute pleasure bringing you this cricket happening show, and keep yourself tuned in. I will see you tomorrow with the Pakistan versus Netherlands match. Till such time, it's goodbye.